Hello there, folks. People who have been paying attention will be aware our public services are failing miserably. The reasons for this are obvious, and they fall squarely at the doorstep of number 10. Tory austerity and an overall lack of investment in the future of our country, as well as privatisation of most things we hold dear. Things are so bad, even the concrete farmer is beginning to speak out. Yes, indeed. Is the penny finally dropping inside the empty skull of Mike Graham? Well, he was joined by Conservative Home's Tim Montgomery. Let's take a look at the awakening of the concrete farmer.
Well, it doesn't seem to be asking too much for a reasonably successful world economy to be able to have services that you can rely on. But more and more people tell me that they feel they live in a sort of country that's almost on the decline because nothing works. You can't really get from point A to point B.
Yes, Mike. Now, tell us what isn't working properly and tell us who is responsible. You can do it. Come on.
I mean, even yesterday I came off the plane at Gatwick and the travelator, whatever you want to call that moving escalator thing, had been completely closed off, and it was sort of like a...
The travelator at Gatwick. Oh. It's not quite what I had in mind, if I'm honest, Mike. Okay. Have you got any other examples, maybe?
For me, a welcome back to Britain sign, because it was all black and yellow kind of, curtains, nobody working to fix it, just saying it was under construction. And you're thinking, well, why? Why does it not work? Why is it so useless? I went to Cyprus. I know it's a much smaller country with a lot fewer people in it, but everything sort of worked quite well. And you didn't get that sense that we get here, where everything is basically kind of broken.
My suspicion, Mike, is that travelator wasn't broken, or properly broken. I suspect there was a little issue with it, and they were very worried because of the litigious culture we work in today, that if even though there was 0.1% chance that something had gone wrong, someone had fallen on the travelator when it had stopped or something, they would be sued. And that's a lot of the trouble with why things don't happen in Britain, or why everything is so expensive compared to other countries. Is there's so much health and safety, there's so much equalities, there's so much legislation that doesn't really have to do with anything actually working physically or mechanically. It's we've become a culture which gold plates everything that happens. And that travelator probably could have been turned on very easily. But some lawyer or some very cautious manager had said, no, I can't afford to do this. And whose inconvenience is always you and other passengers.
Exactly.
Not the supervisors, because they're never held accountable for that decision.
Right.
Okay, this has backfired slightly. I thought Mike was going to look at the NHS and look at railways and look at water companies and look at energy companies and point the finger of blame in the direction of the Conservative government. What's actually happened here is, embarrassingly, he appears to have pointed out a moving walkway or a travelator at an airport isn't working, and it's not working because of health and safety regulations and the litigious culture we have, and we need to apparently deregulate health and safety, and only when we've deregulated health and safety will things work as they should. It's a good place to pause it, because I said this was Mike Graham's awakening, but turns out he's fast asleep. Who knew two Tories would reach such a batshit crazy conclusion, eh? I mean, think about that. The reason things don't work is because of health and safety regulations. And only when we deregulate Will the walkway at Gatwick open? Or the NHS work properly? Or trains work properly? Or water companies work properly? Or energy companies work properly? Ah, how depressing. Of course this video was tongue-in-cheek, by the way. Just in case anyone thinks I'm serious. It was never Mike Graham's awakening. I just want to point that out. For anyone who thinks I was 100% serious. Thank you for watching. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you again soon.